Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the 2 RSI indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched my first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that right now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team, and as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down in the description below. You can also find a link to our Discord server, so that way we can all discuss testing indicators and building our trading system. And lastly, you can find a link below to TradingView. If you sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money using the link below. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the 2 RSI indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 72 indicators. And out of those 72 indicators, 20 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set. The 2 best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now, you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 20 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. Alright, as I said, today's indicator is the 2 RSI indicator. It is a TradingView member created indicator, like a lot of them that we've been testing lately. And basically it is 2 RSIs as well as a moving average kind of lumped all together. The creator really didn't give any kind of indication as to how it should be traded. And so we are going to trade it very similar to how we traded the regular RSI. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go in here and I'm going to bump up some of the, actually this one, yeah, let's bump up that one. I'm going to bump up a few of the lines here, get them a little bit more visible for us to see. All right, there we go. And so, yeah, the original RSI that we tested, I believe this is on a different period than the original RSI. Not sure off the top of my head, but the original RSI that we tested, if you watched that video or want to go back and watch that video, you're more than welcome to. But basically, the RSI is it's a strength indicator. But what it really is mostly used for, if you're trying to trade it just specifically looking for a signal to go long or short, is as a reversal indicator. Now, that's not to say that there isn't lots of other ways that the RSI can't be incorporated into your trading plan or your trading system. Another very popular way to use the RSI, like I said, the RSI is a strength indicator. In that aspect, you can use it to look for divergence in the strength of the particular pair. And so, again, if you've watched my videos, you know that I'm not a fan of divergence. We've tested divergence a few times, I think with at least one divergence indicator. And the problem I have with it, as far as, you know, using it just, with the naked eye, is that it can be subjective. And so you can kind of get yourself into trouble sometimes when you're working with indicators that are very subjective, because your mind can play tricks on you when there is real money at stake. And so I spoke about this in a few of my other videos, and so I'm not going to go into it too much detail. But let's see if I can find an instance. So right here, for example, this whole little area right here, this whole little area right here. You can see that when the pair took off in this trend, and a lot of the times, and again, I've said this in one of my other videos, a lot of the times the markets will move in cycles, and commonly it moves in a cycle of 3. And so you can see here how it took off and broke out. Now, of course, if you were only seeing it from where my cursor is back, you don't really know what this thing's going to do. It could pop up here, get a fake out, and then come back down, go back into a ranging market. But we see here that it popped up and it came back for one cycle, boom, right? And then it popped up again, and when it did, the RSI went a little bit higher this time. So the RSI was saying that this was a move with more strength, right? And so it popped up and went through the second cycle of up and then down. So down here we had the first up, then down, pullback. So it broke out, it pulled back. Then it broke out again, then it pulled back again for the second cycle. Then we see here that it made a third move, third breakout, and you look down here at the RSI, you see how the RSI is no longer showing as much strength as it did in these other two moves. And so you have 1, 2, 3 moves, the pullback on the third one, and then you see it failed to break out again here. It double topped. And you can see here that again, the strength of this move was extremely weak according to the strength indicator, right? And then lo and behold, boom, 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 it dropped out and actually started to go into a down market before ranging out, making another small attempt to go back up before then starting its way stair-stepping back down. So you see how the RSI can be used as a divergence. And so the divergence is that this pair went up, but the strength index did not. The strength index tried to go up, but it was not able to go up higher than these other two moves here, which would indicate a weakness in this particular move. Make sense? Now again, that's very subjective. When you start, in hindsight, it's easy to look back and see that. And to a trained trader who spent hours and years looking at charts and indicators, it's a little bit easier to spot when that is happening. But there are also times when something similar like that happens and you end up getting faked out, or it just doesn't happen at all. Like right here, takes off, you see the RSI, then it takes off again, the RSI goes higher, right? And so that's just some ways that you can use the RSI. But for our testing purposes, we need to figure out how the RSI gives a clear short and long signal. Now again, if you watched my other RSI video, you know that the way we did it was we waited for the RSI, the blue line here, to go into overbought area that is above this dotted line right here, or the 80 marker. That is oversold, or that is overbought territory there. And then we would wait for the RSI to come back across that dotted line, the oversold line, and that would be our signal to then go short, because we know that there is weakness at that point in the move, telling us that there's a reversal taking place. Now on the reverse side, it is just the mirror of that. And so we have it going into the oversold area down here at the bottom. And then when the blue line, the RSI line, comes back in, crossing up above that overbought area, then we would go long. And, you know, that's basically it. That's how we're going to test it today. We are going to apply that same methodology to it, and we are going to get at it here and see what the RSI can give us on these settings, this particular indicator. Alright, so here is the first move. It is a short signal, and it was a good short signal because we definitely got the pips out of that move. Yes, we did. Alright. Okay, so we are going to move on here. And the creator of this indicator, what they have done is they have built in these different levels, these different points that would, I assume, indicate you know, different levels of strength. It does make it a little bit easier when looking for trying to spot, you know, a divergence type setup, stuff like that. So let's see here. We have our next signal. That is a long signal, unfortunately. Boom. That would have been a losing trade there. Alright, so let's jump back here just a little bit. So we have this signal right here. It then popped up on, let's see, that one right there. Does not look as though it gave us, nope. Did not give us the pips that we needed. And so we moved down the line here, and it looks like it came down here, popped back up on this one. Let's play it forward a little bit and see what we get out of it. There we go. There we got a reasonable little move out of it there. And I'm going to keep plugging along here further into the year and see what else we can get out of this. We're getting close to the end of the year now. Let's see what else we can get. Let's see here. So that is out of the year, but this one is not. That one, fortunately, was a losing trade there. Okay, this is what we have for the year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trades. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 winning trades. So again, that is a winner. The original RSI was, I went back and looked, was able to achieve a 70% win rate. Like I said, I am not sure. Let me see here. Let me find it here. 14. Okay, so the standard RSI is set on a 14 period, and like I said, the 2 RSI indicator is set, this particular blue line one here that we're following is set on a 2, looks like a 5, actually. Yeah, RSI 2, 5. And so it is actually set on a 2. And so you see that we got a few more trades. So the original RSI in a 1 year's time, I don't think it was on this pair, did 10 trades in a year's time. This one did 14. The original RSI is set at a 14 period. This one is set at a 5 period. The original RSI was able to achieve a 70% win rate. This one is basically right above 60%. And so I don't think there's any real advantage to keeping one RSI over the other, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the yes list. I mean, it did win, and so by all rights, it definitely met the criteria, and so I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. But I think when we get right down to it, I think it's a lesser version of the standard RSI. And the standard RSI, again, if you went back and watched that video or have already watched that video, you know that my biggest complaint with the RSI is that it's a reversal indicator. And so it really, in my opinion, it caps your trading potential. And so, once again, if you want to understand what I mean by that, then you can go back and watch the original RSI. I'm not going to go into it. This video is going to be too long if I keep yammering on about the RSI. But it's going to go on the yes list for now. I think when we get down into the the next stages of testing, I think it is it's going to end up getting the axe, because I think, like I said, it's a lesser version of just the standard RSI. Unless there was some way to incorporate the other things that were happening with this indicator, which I have not been able to really see any way of doing that. And the creator didn't give any indication as to how all these could work together. But if there was a way that would increase, its winning potential, then yeah, by all means we could keep it and play around with it. But I think at this point, like I said, it's going to end up getting the axe when it comes up to testing it against just a standard RSI. And so, but nonetheless, like I said, it's going on the yes list, and we will move on from here. If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out, so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, alright everybody, I will see you on the next video.